this is Michael Lindsay from Vital MX. We're out here at Pala Raceway today riding the 2017 KTM 450 SXF. So for 2017, outside of having an AER 48 air fork, all the changes on the bike are just realistically made to fine-tune the package, especially coming off the 16 FE. The changes for the front end are stiffer headstay in the frame, stiffer triple clamps, but also the new air forks, they went to a more flexible upper tube. It's a little bit thinner than the one found in the FE. Basically, it sounds like what they decided is to try to stiffen up the area around the controls for more direct rider feedback, more feel, but at the same time making the tubes flex a little bit more so the front forks would follow the ground and track a little bit better. As for the suspension, the only other changes are there's a new setting in the rear shock, along with new setting in the front fork that includes a new damping rod piston. Outside of that, a couple little things around the chassis. They have gone to a longer brake pedal and a different brake pad material. The idea is the longer brake pedal gives you more leverage on this different brake pad material. It's supposed to be a little bit more usable, give the rear brake a little bit more feel, not quite be as on-off on engagement. Last little improvement they made is they've combined the new traction control switch, launch control switch, and map controls all into one button up on the left side of the handlebar.
Hello, my name is Garrett Caskey. We're out here at Pala Raceway to test the 2017 KTM 450 SXF. The balance of the bike was really good. I did have to stiffen up pretty much equally the front and the rear. Coming into corners, the bike laid into them really well. I was very pleased with the way the back settled down once we made the clicker adjustments. And like I said, it was pretty much even front to rear, so I think for even a lighter rider, it would feel pretty balanced right out of the box. This year, KTM went with the WP AER 48mm fork. It's very easy to work on. When we did have to make the change, they only went up about 3 to 4 PSI on the one chamber. And unlike some of the other forks where you have different chambers to mess with this one there's just one simple Schrader valve, and they just upped it 3 to 4 PSI, and that took care of all the problems I had. I'm a big fan of the air forks in general. I know a lot of people out there are against them, but I like the feel of them, and these ones have a real good planted feel. It was very supple on top, but yet bottom resistance. I overjumped quite a few things out there, and it didn't bottom. It held its composure very well. The KTM motor is awesome. Early in the day when the track was loamy, I preferred map 2, which had a lot more punch out of the bottom. The track dried out, I preferred map 1, which took away a little bit from bottom, but it made it rev a lot further in each gear, and it made it a lot easier to ride as the track got rough. Last year in the 450 shootout, I picked the KTM second. I would have put it first, but the forks were the biggest struggle, and I just couldn't get happy with them. This year with the new forks, it solved all the problems and issues I had. I think it's going to be the bike to beat, especially for the die-hard motocross track guy.